Hey guys, I'm Nock and this is Steam on a Budget, where we select a game on Steam Popular New Release section, play it and evaluate it according to its playability, the amount of money invested in it, the total playable time and how worth it was afterwards. For this, we are following this article on Lifehack that stipulates how much is your time really worth. Today's game is No Man's Sky. Oops, wrong game. Skybreak is an open world game on a stormy abandoned planet filled with wild mechas. Learn to master this world and to hack the mechas if you want a chance to survive. Or at least that's what the Steam page says. But does it really excite you enough to jump into this new sci-fi adventure? Let's find out. In Skybreak, you start as a scientist, looking for a cure to the mysterious virus affecting planet Earth. But what your crew and fellow colleagues were not expecting is that this abandoned planet was overwhelmed with storms and mechas. Your ship, along with your fellow comrades, crash into a canyon. You survive, with nothing but your companion drone by your side. Even with no help from Earth, nor equipment to continue, you know it's your task to finish the mission and save Earth from its deadly virus. It sounds pretty cool, right? Yeah, but it's pretty much everything you get. You acquire the rest of it by collecting logbooks that tells you what happened to the rest of your crew. Very similar to the start of No Man's Sky, you begin next to your crashed ship and needs to hack your drone to find shelter. You receive several quests that are supposed to work as tutorial, but several key mechanics you only understand by playing and experiencing. As you progress, you are introduced to the station, a flying HQ that functions as healing station, character and companion upgrade, docking bay, storage room, farming, and saving point. This HQ can change places throughout the game, and it is extremely important for your survival, not just because of its healing station, but you also can plan, upgrade, and dock your spaceship into it, turning it to a core location in this game. One of the basic mechanics of this game is shooting over the shoulder. You start with a laser gun that can be used for destroying enemy mechs shields and healing companion mechs. Combat in this game can get a little repetitive after some hours, but it didn't bother me because most enemy mechs I encountered, if given the chance, would try to surround me, making it harder to hit. Your gun can charge and it makes it more effective, but most of the time it felt more rewarding to spam it instead of waiting for it to charge. Other than that, by charging it, you get to save ammo. Hacking mechs is part of the game too, but all the hacking puzzles were pretty simple to solve. By doing it, you would acquire new companions. These friendly mechs have different aspects and abilities. Some could fly, others tank, and even shoot lasers. When I reached the middle of the game, I was able to control up to 3 mechs at the same time. For me, it was definitely the best part of it, because I could easily explore the island without suffering surprise attacks from the mechas. The sad part of the robot companions was when they got stuck on the scenery, or when they just stood still taking damage from enemy. But it didn't happen all the time. In 3 hours I would count up to 3 companion malfunctions or bugs. I could easily say that this game has great graphics and music. But for me, it goes beyond that. Skybreak is beautiful, and its design helps you get hooked into it. The world is colorful and filled with life. Even though you get up to 3 mecha life forms for each island, they are everywhere, and if you don't pay attention to your surroundings, you die. The stations, armor, and mechs reminded me of one of my favorite sci-fi movies called Oblivion, starring Tom Cruise. And beside that, this whole idea of living by yourself, repairing bots, and going back to the station to recover and upgrade felt a lot like the movie. The music fits the game like a glove. almost like it was developed as the musician played the final product. If that's the case, it makes sense, but normally the soundtrack is inspired by concept art and rock gameplay, which makes it harder on the musician, but he did an outstanding job. Every island has a different music that also brings you the right mood of the environment. For example, when I got to the desert island, I wasn't expecting it to change, and it felt even more rewarding to reach this new destination. In general, even with the lack of voice acting that could have been solved with an AI character talking to you about the world and the mechanics of the game, the silence and the sound effects used in this game remind me of games like Journey and Abzu that brought a different way of storytelling. Considering that I finished this game in 4 hours and that I might revisit it now and then, the $20 equivalent of the time spent is worth of its $15 price. But it's also important to point out how beautiful this game is, turning me into a very satisfied customer. Even though you might find reviews telling you not to buy this game, I would recommend it. And the reason is its simplicity. It is a simple game concept that didn't try to be the next big game out there. It kept its identity of sci-fi adventure with companion mechs and worked just fine. Bugs were really rare, and even without a compelling story or voice actors, it felt like a complete game created by very passionate developers. Normally, when you suggest a friend to buy a game because of its development team, some people might think that the game is not good. In this case, it is an outstanding game with a brilliant team behind it that deserves all the support. Thanks for watching, subscribe and like for more every Monday.
Sister Location. The game was released on October 7th by Scott Cawthon, and it is the most different and unique game in the franchise. I'm very suspicious to say this, but from the little I've played from previous FNAFs, I gotta say this one has got a hold on me. Oh, it must be love.